Hey everyone, welcome to the channel where we love to talk about movies. Welcome especially if you're new. If you enjoy talking about movies and staying up to speed on what's in theaters and what's worth checking out, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a review. And with that, we'll get into today's video, which is the Movies Monthly or Movies Tier List for the month of December. And for this, I just go through all the movies that I saw in theaters and I rank them according to the letter grades. Sometimes these shift from my reviews. Be sure to check out my full reviews for any of these on the channel, but this is just kind of a quick recap of the month. So with that, let's dive on in. And first up, we have Violent Night. This was a movie that I thought looked like it was going to be pretty bad, but it ended up being pretty good. I thought the action was solid. It wasn't the best I've ever seen, but I liked the child actor that they got for the main character, and then just kind of the setting. And overall, it ended up being a really fun movie. So it's one that I think is worth checking out. Definitely one of my more favorite Christmas films now. But it's a B. I don't think you have to go out of your way to see it, but I think it's worth the watch. So up next we have Inspection. This was a film that was definitely hard to watch, but it was an experience that I appreciated. You know, sitting through and receiving from this movie. It doesn't overly impress me, so it didn't quite get into the A category, but it's one that I think is worth checking out. Very focused on the character and that sort of a thing. So that's another one that I think check it out maybe once it hits streaming if you're looking for something to watch. Spoiler alert: this felt from the trailers like it could be a movie kind of similar to Bros, which I think I gave a B. That was out earlier this year. But this movie, even though they tell you how it's going to end up front, thus the name spoiler alert, I think that worked in its favor and it made it all the more emotional. But it just felt like it captured a very real relationship, and I liked the characters and the story that it had to tell like very, very much. It's one that I think I highly recommend, even if you're not looking for if you haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I recommend it. That one got into the A category for me. I thought it was a great film. Empire of Light. I forget where I landed on this. I think I was between an A and a B. This is another film that kind of just celebrates love of film, and I really like that aspect of it. But trying to think, I think I landed in the A category for this one. I think it did just enough. Like, it hit a lot of, the music was really good. I thought the characters were interesting. The setting was good. And overall, I thought it was just a great movie, especially for somebody who's a fan of film. Then we have Avatar: The Way of Water. This one has been getting really, really good reviews. I don't really get all the hype around Avatar. This one was better than the first one, but again, its main thing is just the visuals. So yes, if you're going to see it, you should see it in theaters. But I think the story is just enough better than the first one where I put it into the B category. Even outside of the visuals, but the story's really not all that impressive. I did like that they focus on kind of the new characters and that sort of a thing, but it's barely a B. I can barely recommend it. I consider putting it in the C category. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Avatar series at this point, but I'm glad that a lot of people seem to be. So then we have Babylon. This movie was... where did I land on this? I think this is another great movie. I really like the characters, and it just, I don't know, it was a little long, but I liked what it did, and it's another movie that celebrates film, so that's just, while it's also hard to watch at times, I don't know, I thought it was a great film just for everything that went into it and how it all came together in the end. Now I don't know. I go back and forth on these. I think being removed a little bit, I'm actually going to put Babylon in the good tier. It was a very good film, but I wouldn't put it in the great. If you're looking for something to watch, it's worth checking out, but I wouldn't say, yeah, definitely go out and see that. Same thing with Empire of Light. Sorry. It's been a year now on this ranking system, this letter grade, and I'm still getting the hang of it. It doesn't help that it's been a couple weeks since I've seen these, but maybe it does. I think if I were looking back on the year and how I recommend things, I would definitely recommend those on the same level of Inspection, but definitely not quite on the level of Spoiler Alert. Puss in Boots. This one I think I consider giving an A. The visuals are outstanding and the story's actually pretty good, but again, I think it was just a good, entertaining movie, which was surprisingly higher than I thought it would be. I was definitely expecting this one to be a C, but I think the story and the moral that it has are really good, and yeah, definitely worth checking out, especially as a family film. And then lastly, I Want to Dance with Somebody. This was a good film. I like biopics in general, especially. I tend to like the ones that they come out with for musical artists. And this one was another good one. It didn't blow me away or anything like that. And but so it's a B. I didn't think it was great by any means, but it was definitely a solid B, and I think it's worth checking out if you're looking for something to watch. So that does it for the month of December. It seems it's a pretty static month. A lot of B's, but I think that's a good thing. I think looking back, yeah, the I think your average movie is going to be a B. That's kind of how I set my scale up. So it takes a good amount to get it out of the B and into the A category for me to say, yeah, that was a great movie. Where it's one I'm going to be talking about, just bringing it up in conversation actively instead of if somebody's going to say, hey, which one of these would you watch? Um, and then it takes a lot as well to bump down to the C category where it's just kind of fine. I think there's a couple. I think Avatar definitely towed that line, but the rest of these are all solid Bs, which is good overall. I think no home runs or just one home run, I would say, but a lot of solid singles or doubles is what a B would be, I would say. So for anyone who gets baseball references, not that I'm really a baseball fan, but that's the terminology that came to mind. So if you saw any movies that I didn't see that you think are worth recommending, definitely let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review or this video, be sure to smash the like button. And with that, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.